Like,
That's
I
what I'm
would
saying.
never pay up for a sticker of one man. Is this the cardboard Jesus?
Yeah.
I don't know. This whole thing's just becoming too stressful for me. I
Get off my lawn.
get off my lawn.
It's time for the John and Rick Show. The John and Rick Show is not filmed in front of a live studio audience. Are you ready? Let's go!
Welcome to another John and Rick show. Rick,
Hey, how's it going, man?
it's going great. I got this. I picked up a card in your honor. A
Oh,
guy by
yeah.
the name of Celebrini.
Hey, oh yeah, baby. Dang, you know what?
That's a cool looking card, isn't it?
Oh, he scored 5 goals already in the Olympics.
Yeah,
5.
I know you're a big fan.
Have you watched any of that? The hockey?
You know, I haven't. Every freaking time I turn on the Olympics, it's curling.
No.
Every time I go to watch. I caught some skiing in bed with my wife. We watched some skiing. But, man, it's always curling. Every time I turn it on, I swear.
Yeah. Around here, it's kind of funny is there's some people are saying they're going for Canada because of Celebrini.
Is that
It's
right?
kind of funny, you're kind of you want them to score, but I think they're gonna match up together the finals, which should be outstanding, man. On this, I think it's like 5 a.m. on the West Coast when that final game, if they end up playing Canada and the U.S., man, it'll be something because they drop gloves right off the puck drop the last time those guys played, right off the bat. So that's exciting, man. That's what it's all about.
Yeah, I'll tell you, I was real into it. What year was that? 2003, I think, was the Olympics. And I was really into hockey. Like I got the NHL package. I would watch all the early games and then I would watch the later games. And the Penguins, my team, really sucked at the time. And I watched all the other teams and got to have my favorites. And that Olympics was amazing. And they even changed the rules in hockey after that because it was so exciting. And I watched, I think, every single hockey game that Olympics.
Really?
Yeah, Rick, in the old days, it was so much easier to know what was on TV when. And it's like the paradox is the more we have to watch, the more we have no idea what's on. Like you have to go looking to see for the schedule now.
Yeah. But Crosby hurt himself though. I think he had an upper body injury.
Oh, did he?
Yeah. So he left. I don't know. I don't know if it's serious or not, but he left the game yesterday. So we'll see.
Oh no. I've actually been watching a lot of the Penguins this season. I got a new cable with the DirecTV, and on there I get a free Hulu package
Okay.
and Disney and ESPN, and they're on Hulu every night. So I've been getting to watch the Penguins.
Oh, sweet.
Which I haven't been able to do in years.
Are they doing pretty well, the Penguins?
Yeah, they're playing great. And even the games they're losing, they're just barely losing. They're losing them in shootouts or they're losing them in the last seconds or overtime. They've had a lot of games go to overtime. But they're playing really great hockey. Fun to watch this year.
Yeah. But and then I ended up last week going to the Ontario West Coast Card Show, and I would call it like a mini Chicago National, mini Chicago National, because the convention center. Well, the convention center is a lot better than the Chicago Convention Center. I'll put it that way. The air's actually working. It's fairly new, but literally right next door was my hotel. There's 2 of them, right? 2 hotels right next to each other, literally right next to the parking lot. 3-minute walk, and then the airport's only 3 miles away. So it's kind of reminding me of the Chicago, and restaurants are right there too. We could just walk to a restaurant. So I'd highly recommend if you want to go to a West Coast card show or something on the West Coast, that would be the one to go to. And what was really cool is seeing all our West Coast friends, our LA
Yeah.
friends. The guys are too lazy to go to the Nationals. Like, Geez Mikey. Geez Mikey is a kick, man.
Yeah.
They tailgated. I landed, my airplane landed, and he goes, hey, to anyone, hey, I'm going to be tailgating. Anyone want to meet up at 9:30 in the morning in the parking lot? And of all things, we're walking over there, and he has a big old white van with no windows. and, and who's in the van? Pepino Man and him.
They probably rode out of there like in Cheech and Chong or Fast Times at Ridgemont High.
It was so funny, man. And then of course Dylan takes part, and you can see the little post that he did, or the picture of him in Pepino Man's car. And this is pre-show.
Yeah, it must have been great to see everybody out there.
Yeah, geez, Mikey, Jesse, Think Blue,
Yeah.
Rick Acosta. Jesse and Rick Acosta are great guys, man.
Yeah, I've never met them in person. I don't think.
Yeah, you name it. Ken's Cardboard was there. Abel in Vegas.
Oh yeah,
you know his channel.
Yeah,
he was there. Ron Fig, who comments on a lot of stuff.
Oh
He
yeah.
introduced himself. It was really fun. It was really fun.
That's great. What'd you pick up?
You want to see what I picked up?
Yeah,
I got 3 things here. All right, first off, I got the Mike Petty card.
Nice.
Kaboomy.
That's hilarious.
And Mike Petty's the greatest guy, man. He paid for people's dinner. I mean, he's just a great guy. Not just because he paid, but he's just I hung out with him on Saturday, Tony and Greg, and we walked the floor. And Dave, the guy that took us behind the PSA booth, showing us those, he was there. And it was kind of funny because I didn't recognize him initially when I started talking to him, and he was with Greg and so forth. And I said, is there anything you're looking for? And he says, yeah, the Nap Lajoie Gowdy card. And then what? And I'm thinking, what? Come on. But he's actually looking for one.
Yeah.
And then I figured out who he was. And okay, I can see that now.
Right.
And I said, that's John's Grail card. If he could.
Oh man, it is my Grail. That and the Tito 6 Hannes Wagner. Those are my two ones that I want the most.
Yeah.
But I saw him after he showed us those cards. He was standing out in front of the convention center, and he had those cards. They're like $1 million worth of cards, and they're in like a lunch bag that he just has hanging on his arm. And I'm like freaking out, like, dude, you got to protect those better than that. I was like a nervous wreck watching him. He's like waiting for an Uber or something.
God, the guy, he's 76 years old.
Yeah, and remember, I was telling him, you got to put some sleeves on those slabs because they didn't even have sleeves on them.
Oh, so we walked. He was fun. I don't know. I just had such a great time. But
that's awesome.
Yeah.
That's what it's all about, right?
It is, man. So I didn't really pick up anything. The only thing I picked up was a Celebrini. This was a team issue card, rookie from last year.
Oh, nice.
And I picked this up.
I like the team issue cards.
At the trade show that just Dylan and I went to. Joe Perot was there, who was the surfer in Santa Cruz with Jeremy Lee, was there also. Real nice guy. Yeah. He's taller than you think.
Joe is that right?
Yeah.
He looks funny. He looks kind of small on.
Camera. He's pretty tall. It's funny when you see people. You see them on, like, you'll see me or whatever, I'll see you. But when you actually see them in person, sometimes I just can't even recognize the person because I see him in person, So
yeah,
Joe Perot was there. But so this was my only card I picked up at the show, literally. That was it.
Wow.
Yeah.
Man, have times changed. You're buying ultra modern now instead of vintage.
I know. People had, like, I was going to go through boxes, but they were unorganized. So to find a card, you had to go through just one card. it wasn't very organized. What year this and everything for the vintage. So my back started hurting me after 10 minutes. I said I'm going to go sit with George. So I watched his booth a few times while he went outside to have a smoke and whatever. So
Hey, did anybody recognize you from your videos?
yeah, people, I'm famous now because I do videos with you. I'm telling you, and we're attached to the hip. Where's John? Where's John? Is John here? Is he coming? Where's John? Where's John? So you're famous on the West Coast too. Let me tell you.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Infamous.
So I picked this. That's the only card I picked up. I did get a card from a gentleman, and where's the card? What did I do with it? Right here. It's in my hand. What am I doing? So I bet you don't have this card. I've never heard of it. 1976 Playboy Press card. 1976.
No, I don't know a Playboy Press. Was that from Playboy magazine?
I don't think so.
Well, what other Playboy Press would there be?
Paperback. Maybe Playboy Press paperback. But a gentleman named Paul. His
Well, maybe did they publish books as well?
Probably. I didn't really look it up, but it's kind of a sweet. He knew I liked the old stuff. But Paul Fast Breaks Breakfast was his.
Oh yeah, great dude, Paul.
He was so. He's given Fatima team cards. He gave a Fatima team card to Jesse. Real nice guy.
He's so generous.
Oh.
He had sent me some cards, and one just fabulous, Burke Ross Sal Magley, and he sent me a Cuban card. Yeah, he's great.
Yeah,
he would do videos with his daughter. What was it called? Fast Breaks and Breakfast.
Yes.
And they would go over what they were eating for breakfast. She's just adorable.
Yeah.
And I discovered them because they responded to like my first contest. So
okay.
I've been watching for years, but he hasn't done anything recently. But he shows great like Cuban issues and Cuban players.
He was giving Dylan. I mean, everyone. He gave me a box to open. We're cracking, opening packs there. Real nice guy.
Nice. That's fun.
Yeah. And then just lastly, man, Jackie Robinson cards, because we're in LA now, are flying off the shelf. People are paying big time. Otani, Koufax. George was running out. He was thinking, geez, man, I got to buy some more cards to sell because literally, I mean, I'm in LA territory.
His cards blew up a few years ago. Like, yeah, just blew up.
Yeah.
They were most of them were very reasonable for years.
Yeah. But see, I don't want to miss
decades.
Anyone. Who else? Mike, the sports history collector I saw.
Oh yeah.
I don't know. Just petty though. Tony's real not. You know what? Because we hung out with Tony. I hung out with Tony at the National just a little bit. I was always asked, "Where's Tony? Where's Tony?" At the National. But real nice guy. I walked the floor with him half the day, and real nice guy. Greg and I don't know, Petty. Petty paid for everyone's dinner at the get together.
Oh,
literally,
wow.
One take money, and these guys, how these guys drink and everything else. Petty, just the nicest guy. But I'm sucking up him too much here. But
yeah,
I can't say anything.
We all love Petty, man.
Oh,
that Kabubi card's hilarious.
Oh, I know. I said, what kind of picture's that on? I was teasing him. It looks like Frankenstein there, man, on that back to turn that card around,
So the hobby news has been kind of quiet. Everything's been quieting down. Not a whole lot of other than that Pokemon sale for 16.5 million or whatever.
What the hell's that? I mean, come on.
To each his own, man.
Yeah. No, the YouTube Hall of Fame, man. You've been watching any of those things?
A few. You've
watched a few. You've watched a few.
Little bit. Yeah. Just a little bit, though.
Yeah. There's some
this year so far.
I guess we're halfway done, right? Halfway done.
Yep.
with it. Yeah, so we'll see. But
What are we going to talk about today?
well, we're going to talk about the 1933 Eclipse imports.
Yep.
We can start with that, and also the MP 1943-49 MP company. The
Yeah, we have
Michael
two quirky
Pressner
sets
company.
here.
Yeah, and
Two
they're actually
quirky sets. I did a deep dive in the for the Eclipse imports with Dan from Dan's Vintage.
okay.
We didn't have a lot of views, so don't mind showing it again.
Why is that, Matt? Why is that? I can.
Well, when you do any kind of educational stuff, you don't get views. Not that's not what people want on YouTube.
Yeah, I told.
But you and I stick with it no matter what,
I
whether
tell
it's
you,
one view or
we're
100. It
we're
doesn't
gonna have
matter.
just our family members watch this thing, and we'll
Yeah,
still be
right.
doing it 10 years from now.
We do it just for the for ourselves to have fun.
Yeah.
But I know there are collectors out there who are interested. Brad, he said it. He keeps notes when he watches us, and because he's trying to learn more about the pre-war stuff. And so, I used to teach college classes, and these kids would drive me crazy sometimes. Like, you could tell some of them just didn't want to be there. And I always had the attitude that if I get through to one person, I inspire one person, I affect their life in a positive way, then it's worth it. And so I'm taking the same approach with what you and I are doing. If we have anybody out there that appreciates what we're doing and learns something, then we did what we set out to do.
I hear you. And lastly, about the show, it's kind of I spent a lot of time with Dylan, and I said, Dylan, I'll be right back. I'm just gonna film the show a little bit. And he's going, oh, you want it for the views, huh? And I said, yeah. I said,
you're all about the
views?
views, dude.
If you want easy views, just walk around the show for 15 minutes and talk to yourself, and you have 2K watch. It's kind of crazy.
I don't understand when if you just walk around a card show and video dealers' tables, you get thousands of views. Do you like to watch those? Because personally, I don't, because I'm not there. I'm gonna see stuff I want to buy and I can't. And most of those, you'll see like 28 1966 Mickey Mantles and stuff. There are some vintage tables where you see some things that I've never seen before, but it's very rare. So you just you see the same cards over and over and over again if you watch those things. Do you watch those channels? You enjoy them?
The only
or
two
not
shows,
channels, videos.
Yeah, the only two shows I actually go to, and it is the National. The only show I really go to each year is the National. That's the only show I go to. Physically,
but
go
do you
to
like watching the videos of?
But the reason I
showcases?
say I'm bringing this up is I don't care so much. I mean, I do care about. I like to look at the each table and so forth, but I try to just walk around like what I'm seeing, the vibe.
Yeah.
Here's Beckett, here's this, just the people, how the tables are set up. That was my whole thing. I know.
That's more interesting to me, honestly.
Yeah, just to get a feel for what. So I'll watch like a Philly show just to get a feel for who's in the crowd, how's it set up. Not so much filming the actual table. Somebody complained on my thing that why can't you guys pause a little bit so I can see the cards? Well, I could do that. I can do that. But the thing is, I could spend 10 minutes on one table, and I just didn't want to do that. I just want to get the whole feel for the show.
Did you give him a discount since he was dissatisfied?
Yeah. Did you actually? You didn't even watch my 15-minute thing, did you? My walkthrough. Did you watch it? Be honest.
No.
Oh, because I mentioned you.
I'll have to go back.
You have to go back. I saw.
I don't even remember seeing it posted in my subscriptions.
Who did I see?
My feed.
I saw Mr. Minty. Mr. Minty was there with his black gloves, putting his special spray on there, looking at the cards. And I said, hey, John, look at this. You got to send your cards over here to Mr. Minty.
Man, I'm gonna have to go back and watch.
And
I
then,
don't watch. I don't watch a lot of card show videos.
yeah. And then I saw that guy Eric Michael, the guy.
Oh
The
yeah,
guy.
the guy that made $5 million in college selling
Oh
cards.
my God, he's wearing his. He doesn't have sleeves, wearing his jersey.
Do
And
you buy his program?
no. Oh my God. So anyway, you get a kick out of that stuff. But anyway, back to the 1933 Eclipse Import cards, right?
Yeah. So these are quirky. I guess this company was out of New York, right?
Yeah,
Uh,
New York City.
yeah. Dan's Vintage actually went to the building. It's still there,
Yeah,
and he did the opening from there.
that's right. I do
And
remember that. I remember
yeah,
that
these
video.
always, they always reminded me, when we were young, they would have like imported toys from Asia, and they always had a different look about them. They looked a little cheaper, and they were unique. And I always thought when I first saw these, before doing any research on them, that they came from like one of those companies overseas, and they made them over here. And especially the way that the images are on them, because they don't make sense. I'll get into that in a minute. But so here's the Babe Ruth, and these were hand cut.
No, the Babe there. I don't have that card, and I can't pay up for that card. I'm sure you got that years ago, but that thing's going for $5,000, man.
Yeah, I mean it's a pretty scarce card. It's Babe Ruth,
Is it?
and
Is it Babe Ruth? He's wearing a skirt there, isn't he?
oh, it's Babe Ruth. There's no skirt there. What are you talking about?
Where's his leg?
So the artwork is interesting on here. But here's the Jimmy Fox. Now this is hilarious because he's hitting towards like behind home plate. Like he's not even faced in the right direction. And here's Lefty Grove. This is a great one.
Yeah. Is that Lefty Grove or is that Christy Mathewson?
That's Lefty
I can't
Grove.
tell.
And yeah, here's Paul Wayner, and I'm looking. I think he's hitting in the wrong direction or something too.
Well, you showed the Jimmy Fox, right? The one?
He's a lefty. Look, he's hitting from the wrong side of the plate. He's standing. Oh, that's hilarious. So whoever the artist was for these cards probably didn't know baseball, but they're really colorful and cool looking cards. There's a pie trainer where he's running to first base. Looks like he's getting thrown out, and it just shows him from behind with another player. It could be a card for the first baseman as well. There's a Bill Terry in the set I really want. I like that one. But I enjoy this set. I get a kick out of them. I think they're pretty cool. They're very scarce.
They
They're
are.
very scarce. If you go looking for that pie trainer, for instance, or the Bill Terry, I mean, good luck. You might find one. And oftentimes they are really in horrific condition. I've never seen any in high grade. And they're fun to collect because of that, quite honestly, as long as they're intact and so forth. Because sometimes you'll see corners missing. They're cut all kind of different ways. In fact, like this Babe Ruth is cut really tightly.
Yeah.
And then this is like a nice full cut, if you notice. And this one's kind of in the middle of that. So you find them cut all different ways. And that's part of the nuance.
Hey, do you see
Nuance of these, I guess.
the Babe Ruth? His hands are female hands, though. Did you notice that? Look at his hands.
Oh, come on.
Look at those hands. But
You're just talking smack on it because you don't have it.
I know exactly. I think the PSA is graded 24 of those, so they're really tough. You see them at the National, but here and there, but they're really expensive.
I see more of the Babe Ruth than all the other players.
Mm-hmm.
I've seen only in shopping for these a handful of the Lefty Groves, and most of them are really like almost some the ones I saw almost unpresentable. Uh, and like I said, some of them I've only ever seen once.
Mm-hmm.
I think the Pie Trainer I have seen for sale maybe twice. I was gonna buy a Bill Terry, and I didn't pull the trigger fast enough, missed out on it. That's a nice one. You know, when I was growing up, I always sought after Bill Terry cards. You know, he was one of the greats, one of the greatest. And I don't know, he seems to have lost his allure with a lot of collectors. He just doesn't seem to have the same big name he used to. What do you think?
Yeah, him. Yeah, Mel Ott too, for that matter.
Yeah, Mel. There's a lot of players like that, and I don't know if people just stopped, reading about history and learning about the old players, or if I don't know why. I don't know why.
Yeah,
That's what I
some
suspect.
players fall through the cracks, and he's one of them. Or
Even
both of
Rogers, Hornsby, how his prices always blow my mind. Him and George Sisler,
Yeah.
they blow my mind. Like they should be way more.
Mm-hmm. So this set is 24 card set, and they were strip cards basically. They should be under the designation W, not R, for gum. I mean, literally.
Let me just point out for our viewers. So R stood for recent, if you don't know. And Jefferson Burdick made the his catalog in the 1930s originally. Like I have a reprinting. I think it's from 53 or somewhere around there. I think it might even be the third printing. It's the second or third printing. But the original one was in the 30s. So Jefferson Burdick would have been around 30 years old at that time, or early 30s. And so when he was collecting these cards, they were recent to him when he made the catalog. And that's why you see the 30s cards listed with an R designation for recent. They were recent to him. And it didn't matter if they were cutouts or what, gum cards or whatever. He gave them the R.
So 8 card strips. They're strip cards, basically. A long strip of 8 cards. 3 numbers were skipped. 403, 414, and 413. But there probably there's 3 unnumbered cards, which was Jimmy Fox, Pie Trainer, and Roy Johnson. So for whatever reason, there were probably the numbered ones, and no rhyme or reason.
It's very odd numbering on these things.
Yeah. A few cards had advertising backs that you see, obviously rare, and the advertising backs were meant for the store owners. And on the back, it had an advertisement, hey, if you want these cards to give to your customers, 144 strips for 70 cents.
Yeah.
So it was obviously meant for the store owners. What else?
Rick, wouldn't you love to be able to go to the store and have people hand you strip cards these days?
I know. So I think it's more this Eclipse Import Company obviously was probably selling these to candy stores and this, that, and everything else. And I'm surprised none of them have stamps on the back of them.
I always suspected these might have been sold like the Menko cards in Japan and the 1941 Playball papers, where they were just like hanging in little toy stores and stuff, and you just bought the strip, or maybe at arcades you could get them, because back then a lot of that you could do that, or maybe candy stores. It's really a mystery. We don't know for sure how these were distributed, but I suspect one of those 3 ways was probably accurate.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and it's I don't know. It's not a big. It's kind of a goofy set, I guess. It's oddball. There you go. If there's anything,
it's a unique set.
No, those are oddball. You have to admit.
Come on. These cards are great. All my cards are great. I wouldn't have bought them if I didn't think they were great.
They're kind of on the back. Show the back of one of them.
Yeah, let me get the clearest one for the audience here.
Yeah. So talk about the player, right? It has a little bio for the
Yeah.
player.
Yeah.
And that one's actually numbered. And you have the Fox, right? You have the Jimmy
Yep.
Fox. And that one's not numbered, right? Yeah, so it's
Yep.
not numbered. So that was probably one of those cards, 403, 413, or 414. That was, like I mentioned, there's 3 cards that don't show up. And he's misspelled. His name's misspelled, right?
They did that a lot with him.
Yeah. Is it Jim? Doesn't have the
1X.
Right?
1X.
Yeah. So
this Paul Wayner's awesome. The Bill Terry, it's just a classic image of him batting.
yeah, it's kind of even it's kind of interesting that they when you're saying like he's facing the swing is facing the stands, it's
Yeah, yeah.
why didn't he just print show the stands? I don't know. It's just kind of funny how they. I don't know.
I know it's like
Artwork.
whoever the artist was didn't know baseball, I think,
And I think,
or they were just taking artistic liberty.
I believe these 2 sets, the 4349, the MP company sets, I think they're related. It might be the same person doing the artwork. I really think
Might
so.
be.
The reason I say that is
That's the set we're going to go over next. You just threw that out there.
Anything else you want on this particular?
No. That's about it.
Yeah. So the 4349 MP is Michael Pressner Company. And it was a toy and carnival novelty company. Like you're mentioning about the arcades. I'm sure these cards, the 43 and 49 cards, were, you could get them at a arcade. But
yeah, now a lot of people list them all as 43, and they did remake them in 49. You could tell by some of them because some of the players didn't play in 43. So you could just tell right away they have to be 49s. MP and Company are also the ones that made the Rayo print cards from the, 31? Or was it 1931, the Rayo print? Am I remembering that correctly?
I know what you're talking about.
They're the self-developing cards.
Mm-hmm.
And they had a set of, it was a multi-subject. And I have one of the kits.
Yeah.
I should have pulled it out to show. But they have a Babe Ruth and a Lou Gehrig in there. Those are the baseball players. Then there is a Charles Lindbergh. I think there might be 2 of him. Harding, I think. There was a president. There was I think Amelia Earhart's in the set. Aviation was so popular at that time. Those people were like rock stars. But it was a self-developing set. So anyway, that was also MP and Company.
Yeah.
And then MP and Company made another Babe Ruth card later on. And you don't see it too often. And I think that one was from 39, I believe.
Yeah, the company, the reason I say it might have been the same artist is because both those companies were 1 block apart. Literally, one was on like 17th Street, one was on 18th Street. Literally, somebody, when doing my research, showed where each company was, and you just go right around the corner, and the other company was there. Yeah, and it makes sense because it's weird artwork. No rhyme or reason. They misspelled names.
So here's what we're talking about. This is Joe DiMaggio. Now, a lot of people talk all kind of smack on this set. But I ask you, Rick, in 1943, if you wanted to collect baseball cards, what sets can you collect?
Nothing. There's World War II.
This is it. And I always imagine how excited kids must have been because you couldn't get cards the year before to see any kind of baseball cards. in
That was the.
1943.
I think that was the only issue, right? Baseball. I think in World War II there.
As far as I know, this is the only issue in 1943. And
Mhm.
nothing in 44, nothing in 45, nothing comes to mind. Um, I think these are the only cards you could get at the time.
Yeah.
Now, 1949 was different with Leaf, but yeah, it's kind of curious why they decided to make another set so many years later.
Well, probably just whatever reason
Here's
because
the
I.
Hank Greenberg.
Mm-hmm.
Now, here's two. Like, I know these have to be 1949. Ralph Kiner, because he didn't play in 43, and Lou Boudreau.
Okay.
And these guys didn't play in 43, so I know they have to be 49.
Yeah, I have the. I
And they have
actually
little
have the
write-ups on
list
these.
here.
Here's a Pee Wee Reese, and it's saying how he wasn't a very strong hitter, but basically he was a clutch hitter and a good fielder.
Do,
And they'll give some stats on the back.
do you have the Jimmy
I,
Fox on that one?
I,
Do you have the
I
Jimmy
haven't.
Fox?
No, I don't.
Okay, because Ralph Kiner, the initial set 43 was Fox, and they used the same image for Kiner. So
Yeah.
Ralph Kiner and Jimmy Fox are the same player.
Here's a Johnny Mize.
Wait, I got a Johnny Mize. Where's my Johnny Mize?
Does yours have a
Showcase
number on it?
Showdown. But yours is not graded though, so you don't get points for that.
I lose. Is it even a card if it's not graded? You know, I should just throw that in the garbage.
I think you should, man. I think you should.
Here's Bill Dickey. Now, this is a fun set because these cards are cheap. Number one, they're quirky for sure. Here's Del Ennis. But they're pretty cool. They're pretty cool. And having all these spread out, very colorful, interesting artwork. I wish I could capture this.
Doesn't it kind of look like the same artist though from the Pressler
Let's
company?
see.
I mean the export company.
These look cool, all spread out.
So you're the Johnny Mize, which is the 43. These are tougher to find, are a little more expensive than the 49 cards, which kind of makes sense. But the Johnny Mize card, his card, he's now Hank Sauer in 49. So it's the same card, but Hank Sauer, the problem is he was right-handed, Hank Sauer.
Yeah, they certainly took liberties with these. So how many players are in the 49? Like, did they change in 49? Because they had a lot of the same players, but there were some that were different.
6 players are the same. Lou Boudreau, Ted Williams, Joe DiMaggio, Pee Wee Reese. We're all the same players from both sets. Bob Feller was the other one.
Oh, okay.
So they had both.
Yeah, I need to get the Bob Feller and the Ted Williams.
Oh, and then the Johnny Vandermeer. You don't have Larry Doby, do you, or Johnny Vandermeer?
No, I've seen them, but I don't have them.
Okay, so the 43 has Johnny Vandermeer, and the same card was used for Larry Doby. Did you know Larry Doby was white? Did you know that? Larry Doby was white. You think they could have shaded the card or something? Do something, you know what I'm saying? It's kind of stupid.
Yeah. Well, the players don't, there are a lot of sets where the image doesn't look exactly like the player. Again, I think whoever the artist was for these didn't know baseball.
That's what I'm saying. I think it's
that's
the same
what it is.
artist.
Yeah.
So it was Michael Pressner. I couldn't find anything on Michael Press, the actual person, if it was a person or whatever. But it was printed 3 strips, 8 cards. So again, you got 8 card strip, and these were horizontal strips. 24 cards to the set again. So it must be related. It kind of reminds me of those E91 American Caramel cards, those little
Yeah,
caramel cards that they just changed the name,
yeah.
in the set.
You know what though? I think these have better images.
Uh, 6 cards the same. What else can I tell? Just people were one person bats left, one person bats right.
Right.
But yeah, I didn't know. Doing it, you think they're the same year, but they're actually 2 different years.
Yeah.
I printed out a list here that kind of shows you really cool. That shows you the cards that on the over here that what one player is, and the next the 43 and 49, who matches up and which ones
Now,
are the
where did you
same.
get that? Is there a website and people can go
Yeah,
to?
it's the old cardboard website.
Oh
Old
yeah,
cardboard. Yeah, yeah.
I miss getting their magazine. Went all digital now, but I saved all the ones I used to get. I had subscribed. Old
Yeah.
cardboard
So
magazine. That was man. That was great. You would see things in there that you'd never saw before back then.
a fantastic magazine. I wish.
Yeah, because you didn't just see those cards at every show, and uh, you just didn't see them, or there wasn't anywhere to go to learn about them. That was like it.
Yeah. I might
You know,
have.
Beckett Vintage would show some too. That was a great magazine.
I'm gonna. I
They
just
they
have.
still they make that again and
I
have
have
for
one.
years, but the old ones, there was no other way to learn about these other than the standard catalog of baseball cards, like just going through
Mhm.
that giant thing.
I'm gonna grab. I have the magazine right here. Just one issue. I'll just show
Okay,
it. Okay.
he's really having to take a pee break, I'm sure.
Yeah. Quick pee.
Yeah.
So right.
Yep.
And this is the card I have. The die cut of the Mathewson. But anyway, it's really
All
cool.
my old magazines, and I still do it today with my Beckett Vintage and Sports Collectors Digest. I I would save all that stuff. I have like a
Mhm.
baseball card library, and I would save all those old magazines, and I can go through them and look. Uh, I thought if I ever have a museum, I could have a little library too. But like with the modern times, what I'll do is if there is some of them don't. It's all auction house, auctions or uh, a recap of the national. Like I don't save those, but I'll save anything that has an article on any kind of card set, or sometimes they'll show you the obscure cards of certain players. Like there was one done on Clemente not that long ago, last year I think. Stuff like that, and I'll save it all, and then if I'm only saving it for one article or whatever, I'll just like fold it open to that article. So when I'm going through, I remember why I
Okay.
saved it, or you could put a little post-it note or something on the page. But I have a giant library of those things that I can always go back and look through.
Yeah.
And I saved all my old PSA magazines too, from when I was a member for a few years. And it's blowing my mind. They're grading these things now, and in top grade, they're selling for a lot of money. And I just like what I don't really understand some things that happen in the hobby, Rick. I think we have too much money. I think Americans just simply have too much money. They don't know what to do with it.
I think you're right. When I was at the show, every booth had they were presenting high grade PSA 8s, 9s of 60 cards, 50s cards, tops cards. And that's what they were showing to sell. And I wasn't really looking for those types of high grades.
Yeah,
So I kind of walked right by because they're so expensive. I mean, thousands of dollars.
I know. I look at those high grades, the 60s, 70s, and like I had put all those sets or near sets together years ago, And I think like if I had to buy those today and I was dead set on just the highest number, my God, how much money would that cost you to do that today? You know, to buy all nines in those 60 sets. It'd be tens of thousands, tens of thousands.
It's crazy.
Maybe six figures, maybe $1 million. But you know, with some of the Hall of Famers, just unbelievable. When I think about all the great pre-war cards I could get that look beautiful in threes for far less money.
Oh, exactly. And
Yeah, I mean, you could get like Babe Ruths in 1.52s that look good for less money than you know, nines, tens in the 60s cards.
Yep. You know, Dan, obviously cardboard and plastics, right?
Oh yeah,
yeah.
My favorite channel.
Yeah, he was he roomed with Dylan, and his recap of the video, his recap of the show, he did a really nice job of talking about Mike Baker cards. I don't know if you saw that.
I watch all his stuff.
Okay, he did a great to summarize Mike Baker stuff. Those stickers, it's crazy at this show.
I sent you some pictures of cards that looked nearly identical. Some even had a half higher grade, and the ones with the stickers sold for twice as much, or at least they were asking twice as much money, twice as much for the sticker versus non-sticker with the card that looked, you know, identical to me, or near identical. No two vintage cards look identical, but it just blows my mind.
It does.
I mean,
really does.
Are card collectors the most gullible people on the planet? You can't tell if a card looks good.
Yeah, I don't blame
somebody.
Yeah,
but
I don't blame.
I mean, I don't blame people for doing it, because if you sell cards, they sell for so much more. I'm questioning, why do they sell for so much more?
Exactly.
Like, I would never pay up for a sticker of one man. Is this the cardboard Jesus? He's the only one that has eyes. Like, we worship him that much. It just blows my mind.
Yeah, I agree. It was like, you know, somebody, I can see if you're a dealer and you have something that looks really, really good, if you can double your profits on a sticker, send them in. But for us collectors, it kind of screws us collectors, because we see the card, we know how nice it is, but we're just not going to pay that.
Well, it doesn't screw us.
Premium.
We don't buy those stickers.
No, but not the stickers. But I don't know. It's the hobby's passed us by, man.
Well, when that first came out, I did a rant video on it, because I thought it was the most absurd thing I ever heard in my life. That you would pay money for somebody to tell you if a car had good eye appeal for the grade. And then, doesn't that make grading obsolete, or certainly lacking? If grading is so lacking that number really doesn't matter, and you have to send it for a second opinion of how that number looks, then there's something missing in the grading system, right? If 2 3s and 1 3 sells for twice as much as the other 3, there's a gap. There's something being missed in the grading process. The numbering scale doesn't make sense then.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
If a 3 sells for twice as much as another 3 that looks the same, there's something missing in the grading system.
Get off my lawn.
Get off my lawn. All right, Rick, you have anything else on your mind before we wrap up?
I don't think so. I don't think so. Anyone have a suggestion in the chat? Another issue we can show next week, or we kind of do this just behind the scenes here, usually around Sunday or Monday, Sunday weekend. We'll just, one of us will come up with, hey, why don't we show this or show that? But if you have a suggestion, that it's hard to even remember. We've been doing this, I don't know how many episodes. It's pretty crazy.
Quite a while now.
And now I'm starting to think, did we show this one or not?
I know. I know.
So
I can't. Yeah.
If you have a
I,
suggestion, let us know. More than willing, because we love doing showing the cards and the research, and we learn a lot. Just
as long as we get one viewer, we'll keep doing it.
that. Hit the wait. I've never said this before. I've never said this before. Any video I've ever had. Hit the like button, please, and subscribe to John's channel and my channel, Vintage Eyeball Card. That's the first time I've ever done that.
That is. I've never heard you ever ask for that.
There we go.
I'm still virgin, man. I'm still cherry. I have not done it yet.
Do you remember when you used to see the total, like the thumbs up and thumbs down, the totals in the on the
Yeah. Yeah. You stopped being able to see those years ago.
That was fun.
Well, I'm glad I can't see them. That used to be depressing.
Oh.
Do you know which videos got the most dislikes for me? And I mean, they would be high numbers of dislikes. You want to guess?
No, go ahead. I don't know which one.
My YouTube Hall of Fame votes.
Oh. Yeah, I hear you. I hear you. I can see that. It's on that. Just I know we're at 50 minutes. We always try to get it right close to an hour, but it's harder nowadays. And I've mentioned this before because we're friends with all these. We see these people in person now. When we first started our channels, we would comment on someone, but now with StreamYard and these things we're doing right now and going to shows and basically all these channels are great. And they might do different content, this, that, but they're all great. They're all friends of ours. And how do you narrow it down to 10? It's so hard.
I'm struggling this year. I don't want to vote. I don't want to vote. I always feel like it's like employee of the month. You make some people feel great, but you make other people feel bad. More people feel bad than feel great.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm friends with half the community I consider friends.
Mm-hmm.
I tried to put a list together. I have 30, 35 people on my ballot.
Then they all deserve it.
And
I mean, they all deserve it.
I don't want to make most of them feel bad.
Yeah. Yeah.
I wish it was an anonymous ballot.
Yeah. So
I don't know why we have to publicize it.
Yeah.
And then nobody's feelings are hurt.
Yeah. I hear you. It's tough even for me. I'm not sure. Be honest. I'm a chicken. I want people to like me.
And then it's like I have all these channels, and many of them I have voted for multiple times in the past, but now like new channels come up that are going to supersede them on a lot of people's ballots, and they just keep getting passed over every year because new channels come up and new channels come up. And you know how many channels started during COVID, like after the boom. So there's way more of those, and I would feel an obligation to go back, and the channels that were either I did vote for or were very high on my list and just missed the cut 5 years ago before I vote for a newer channel. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then there are channels, like a lot of the new channels they're doing it for a business. So they already have the subs, they have all the accolades, they have all the views, and they get all the money because they're doing it as a business. And I would want to, if the Hall of Fame is what I'm always told it is, to recognize, people that might not otherwise get recognized and recognize your contemporaries. And it's always traditionally been collector channels. The channels that do it as a business nobody really had voted for them in the past. Then I would feel obligated more towards collectors channels than the ones I enjoy and have been watching for years. So it's really difficult. It's really difficult because, it's like damned if you do, damned if you don't.
Yeah.
Because no matter what I've done in the community, no matter how many shout outs I give to new channels or cards I give to people, or no matter what good I do, if I don't vote, people will be talking smack on me. And if I do vote, I'm gonna make a bunch of people feel bad,
Hmm.
and then they'll still talk smack on me because they won't like who I voted for.
Yeah, I agree. Can I just tape what you just said for the last 3 minutes, and I'm going to put that in my introduction for my Hall of Fame, because I agree. I agree totally with you. You know.
Yeah. Well, we're not alone. I had a call last night from somebody, and they were asking because they're in the same boat. They don't want to vote.
Yeah. I don't know. Well.
And one thing that bothers me about the Hall of Fame is many people, as soon as they get in, they stop making videos. Like, and some people will be on my list over the years, and I wanted to vote for them, but they had stopped making videos
Mhm.
recently, and I'm like, well, there are so many that don't make videos in the Hall of Fame, and so I don't want to vote for another guy that could end up like that. And so there might be somebody on my list right now, and they really haven't made videos in the last 3 or 4 months, or maybe one.
Mhm.
And I'm scared to vote for somebody like that because are they done? Or should I consider them like a veterans committee? But I don't know. It's tough. It's tough because if you look through the list, there are people in the Hall of Fame I don't even know, like people that were elected before me and stopped making videos before me.
Yeah.
And there are many people who, after they get elected, either do other subjects or don't do videos, or do one or two a year. So I don't know. That's an interesting phenomenon. I'm like, am I jinxing people by voting for them?
Well, you voted for me. You voted for me.
You know what? I was looking through my old videos just to see, because, like I said, I wanted to emphasize people I voted for in the past,
Mm-hmm.
and I came across yours. I couldn't believe the nice things I said about
I
you. I
know.
don't know what I was thinking.
I know. You know what? And I got the. I mean, I was kind of so happy you voted, because there's somebody that collects like me. That's voting for me. So that was I think, even more important than somebody that doesn't collect like me. For whatever reason, I thought I appreciated it more. Even Dave voted for me.
Yeah,
Blue Jacket, Enough Said, people like that. That not so much they're collect, but they collect the same kind of way.
yeah,
Older, I don't know. I just got appreciated it more for people like that. So
yeah.
your
I
peers.
mean, when Mike started it, you're voting for a lot of your friends, and on here, like I said, half the people are probably my friends. How do you not vote for your friends? And it was we were voting for collector channels. There weren't these big channels. People weren't voting for Sports Card Investor and those
Mhm.
kinds of channels, and the O faces, right? Because I won't vote for anybody that makes O faces. Absolutely not. Um, and so there's a new dynamic going on now. But things change, and because you participated in something 5 years ago or whatever, it doesn't mean
Mhm.
you have to continue to do it. I don't know.
Yeah. It's funny.
I've been struggling with it, to be
It's
honest.
funny is Dave Blue Jacket voted for me, and then the next year he forgot and he voted for me again after I was already in.
Yeah.
uh,
Well, that's good.
and it's
It's
funny.
it's getting harder to keep track. We always joke
Yeah,
around. If this thing goes on long enough, everybody will eventually get in, unless there continues to be a huge influx of new channels.
you have to do your work too nowadays to see who's actually in. There's so many
Uh,
people in
It's so
that.
hard. And the veterans committee, like there's the older timers, like I don't know most of them.
Hmm.
You know, I
I
I,
did
I
look.
don't
Go
I don't
ahead.
know. And you're supposed to go and watch their videos and make a decision, like right now,
Yeah.
based on watching their old videos. I don't know. Is that right? Like I don't know. Like you just put their names in a hat.
Yeah.
You want to honor them, but is it really like my job to go and figure out who you know what I mean? Like to go
Yeah.
back in time? Is that I I don't know. I want to support people, but they almost make it seem like it's your job. Like, you know,
Hmm.
you
I
have
did.
some obligation to do that.
I have clicked on some of those old. I mean, Brad did a great job, so I went to his list, and I've, people are voting for a certain person, and I clicked on that channel to see kind of what content, and I've watched some of those. It was kind of cool to go back and see what was talked about and what was collecting, what was given away, and things like that. So I've kind of learned a lot. But you're right; it's hard to check out 100 channels and.
Well, yeah, it's hard. It's like going back in time and you know nothing about Joe DiMaggio and you watch one game he played in and you have to
Mhm,
decide if he should be in the Hall of Fame or not.
mhm.
I don't know.
I think I mentioned this to Jake. I said we should have a veterans hall, but I think it should be people that vote for these channels should be people that were watching those channels at that time. Hall of Famers that are in, but were in that time or watched those channels. Don't have me or
Well, that's what
somebody
I'm
that's
saying. The
newer.
Veterans Committee should decide.
Yeah, the Veterans
That's what a
Committee.
Veterans Committee does.
Yeah. So Scott,
That's what I'm saying.
Ray, Brad, Wesker
Because
Griff,
I don't even think it's
people
fair
like
to the
that
old
should be the
timers.
voting, not us.
Yeah, I agree 100%. Because is it even fair to the old timers
No, no.
that people that they're just picking them on a whim right now? Is that even
Mm-hmm.
fair? Like
Mm-hmm.
somebody will probably not get in who should be the one to get in. I don't
Mm-hmm.
know. I don't know. This whole thing's just becoming too stressful for me. I I I don't want stress here.
Hey, you're the president. You're the
I
president.
don't
You
want
can say
stress here.
things. You're the influencer, baby. It's tough
No
for
way.
you. I'm just on your channel, man. It's tough for somebody as popular as you are, man. I'm telling you.
Oh, I'm not popular, man. Nobody cares. Nobody cares what I think.
So I can't wait to see your vote, man. When's it going to come out? The day after?
I don't know, but my cat is my cat is vomiting next to me.
Oh, okay. All right, man. Hey, I'll say
She's
first.
been putting up some bile or something today. I don't know. She
She eat one of
probably
your
ate a mouse or
cards?
something.
She eat one of your cards?
I don't know. She's an indoor outdoor. She's a stray.
Gotcha.
I
Yeah.
took in two strays, but they've recently become like 90% indoor cats.
Okay.
But I have a little door for them. They come and go as they please all day and night. And God only knows what every once in a while they bring you a little animal or something. You can't make out.
All right, man.
Anyway,
We'll get
all
going. I'll
right,
say
Rick, give us your close.
this is Rick, Vintage Oddball Cards. Bye.
Thanks for hanging out with us. Love collecting, everyone, especially the quirky sets. Thanks for watching.